Hello, welcome to the review. Thanks for clicking on the link. I appreciate it. In today's video, we're going to take a look at what Elon Musk has been up to in Doge and just how much wade, fraud, and abuse is he finding. So we're going to start right here with this post from Elon. It says it's about USAID. USAID is the United States Agency for International Development. International development. We'll get into that in a second. So let's start here with this post. Two USAID officials, John Voorhees and his deputy, were put on leave late Saturday night after refusing to allow Doge members access to USAID systems. If you guys want to pause it and read the rest, go for it. So these clowns were trying to physically stop Doge from getting into their computers. I just want to get something straight here. I'm sure most of you people that are listening to me are aware of this, but I'm going to say it anyway in case some people aren't. Donald Trump is the CEO of the United States. Every single federal department or agency works for him. With the exception of Congress and the Senate, everybody else works for Donald Trump. He's the boss. If he sends people in to look at your computers, you better give them access because you're working for Donald Trump. I don't care if you don't like it. You're working for Donald Trump. I don't care if you don't like what he wants to do. You're working for Donald Trump. You don't get to pick and choose what you're going to do because you don't like Donald Trump. So like I said, you guys can read this post if you want. Once you hear the amount of waste that these people have been up to, it becomes pretty clear why they were trying to keep them out of the computers. And all I got to say is be ready to be sickened here because we have a lot to go over. Back to the Agency for International Development real quick before we get into the video. Why are we developing any other nations? Why? Our bridges are old, our roads are old, our train systems are old, our airports are old. We need to develop the United States. We have no business spending billions of dollars developing any other country. That's not our responsibility. It's not the United States taxpayer responsibility to go and develop Timbuktu. I'm sorry. It's not that I'm heartless. It's that we have our own problems here. We have hundreds of thousands of people literally living on the streets, American citizens. We have no business developing any other nations, period. So I hope you all enjoy the video, or at least get something out of the video. You're not going to enjoy it. You're going to be mad, but I hope you all get something out of it. Thanks for watching.
In another story, Elon Musk and Doge continue to investigate the Treasury payment system. We reported this yesterday, how difficult it was to get access to this, even with the presidential directive signed by Donald Trump himself, top brass, over at Treasury refusing to give Musk access. Well, as we all know, they lost over there. The man in charge of the Treasury's payment system, the guy who's paying this country's bills, quit yesterday, ran out of the building, and now we know why they fought so damn hard. This system lets us see every single transaction made by the US government. Follow the money is the relevant expression, right? And that's exactly what's happening. Elon posting on X last night showing the levels of corruption and thievery taking place using our U.S. tax dollars. An NGO known as the Lutheran Family Services and affiliated organizations receiving massive amounts of taxpayer dollars authorized and paid out automatically under the Biden administration. The numbers here speak for themselves, folks, in what appears to be this giant money laundering scheme via grants authorized by Biden's HHS for illegal immigration services. Look at this. Look at these numbers. Lutheran Immigration and Refugee Service received over $360 million in these automatic payments. Lutheran Social Services of the South received over $134 million. Lutheran Services of Florida receiving over $82 million in these automatic payments. And it's just the tip of the iceberg.
Now we have to look into these groups and see how much they donated to certain people in the administration and other representatives up on the Hill, because I guarantee you a lot of this money looped right back into donations for our representatives. I promise you that. It's disgusting. It's out of control and it's completely ridiculous. And we're finally going to learn the truth of how bad it has been. Apparently, a $500 billion of our budget goes missing every year. $500 billion literally disappears from our coffers, and we don't know where it goes. Well, here's some of the explanation.
Doge actively investigating all of these payments, halting them, keeping the president informed on what they find. Trump vowing to cut $1 trillion in waste, fraud, and abuse. Watch.
Get paid. But Doge, I think great progress has been made. We're talking about cutting over $1 trillion of waste. We're talking about waste. We're not talking about we're going to love and cherish Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid. We're not going to do anything with that other than if we can find some abuse or waste, we'll do something, but the people won't be affected. It'll only be more effective and better. And our country, as our country gets richer, the people on Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, those people are going to be more secure. If Biden had gotten elected, Social Security was going to fail because the country was failing. It was going to fail. The country was going to fail.
Here's another one. U.S. aid funneled $53 million to EcoHealth Alliance. We all know who EcoHealth Alliance is. And they, in turn, sent money to the Wuhan coronavirus lab. So basically, you funded coronavirus research, which may have killed one of your family members. You paid for that research. The CIA was trying to cover this up. I mean, it just goes deeper and gets more twisted as we go here. This stuff is literally nuts that they're finding. And it's no wonder that they didn't want Doge in the computers of USAID. USAID was funding production of heroin in Afghanistan. I mean, this stuff goes on and on. President Zelensky admits 60% of the aid dollars that we sent to them are missing. He's only admitting it now because he's afraid he's got caught. He's been laundering money for our government officials for years. For a decade, he's been laundering money over there in Ukraine. Why do you think Hunter Biden was working for a Ukrainian oil company? This is how they launder money. They send money over to this guy. This guy's rich as hell. He's got yachts and shit. He ain't fighting no war. This guy's living in luxury. We're sending money over there, our money, my money, your money. And then this guy launders it and sends it back. He may give donations to NGOs or PACs or something like that. He may do it through corporations, Ukrainian corporations, give them some money and then they spit some back. It's a big loop, man. Every time you see Congress spend money, you can count on some of that money's coming back to their campaign funds. You can count on it. It's all a big scam to get more money out of our pockets, all of it. Every time you see them spend money, that's what they're doing with it. 60%, he says, is missing. 58% of U.S. aid dollars are missing. What do you mean it's missing? He knows where it is. And the U.S. aid was giving billions of dollars to non-government organizations like the guy just showed you in that video. I want to find out who's the CEO of that organization and how much they're getting paid in salary and bonuses. I guarantee you they're a Democrat. They're a Democrat fundraiser. They're a Democrat voter. They're a Democrat backer. I guarantee you. And they may back some dirty Republicans too. I promise you that. These guys are filthy. Here you go. Biden administration quietly awarded $15 million in taxpayer funds to Taliban-controlled Afghanistan to distribute oral contraceptives and condoms. $15 million of yours for that. How many condoms do you think actually showed up in Afghanistan? I'm willing to bet that none did. None. They've been stealing our money for years. And honestly, I want these people in fucking prison. I'm sick of seeing it. We all know what's going on. We all know they're dirty. If I was fucking doing it, I'd be in prison. I want these fucking people locked up. We all need to demand that these people be held accountable, finally. That these people go to jail. Enough is enough. They've been robbing us for fucking years, and I'm totally sick of it. And you should be too. Call your congressman, call your senator, write them letters, demand accountability. Demand it. And if they don't fucking give it to us, we need to get people to primary them. Anybody who's not down with fixing this and holding people accountable, we need to get them primaried and we need to get them out of office. We, the American people, have to put our fucking foot down and stop this shit. It's out of control. $3.6 trillion budget, and probably 80% of it is fucking wasted or goes back in these scumbags' pockets. Enough is enough. Thanks for watching. I'm out. Cheers.